Hey group number 3, this is your reading. Let's see why you've come here. Number 5, energy of change, something shifting, the comforts of friendship. Sorry, a bit shaky today. And animal energy is the Pelican, enjoy life. So this is giving me very much, like if we look at these two cards, the light and the dark energies, this is you and someone else needing the energies and retreat of somewhere else or something else. There's a home night energy, which gives me moon manifestation. So maybe you're needing a friend. And the Pelican is enjoy life. So perhaps you're needing a friend to fill that hole, to enjoy your life. Perhaps you're at a stage where you've managed to balance yourself and you're looking externally to find friendship and inspiration. Wow. I'm talking to someone who, with regard to self, they know who they are. And when you know who you are, a friend usually drops on in because you channel that energy, that vibration. You're operating in vibration of complete and wholeness. You attract the same energy. So, change. All right. I'm going to change up my reading a little bit today. If you haven't found that friend just yet, then maybe this reading can help you enjoy life for a little moment. All right. So, where's your friend coming from? I also noticed here, I'm gonna pull cards from here and here while we read around. But before we do, I think we need to release anything that's not working for us. Maybe release the way that we see what a friendship is and how a friendship should be. Set our intentions clear on why we need a friend and what the reciprocal energy is and why you have that person in your life. So embracing 1 and 3, so to honor yourself, to embrace mind, body and spirit. 10 of air, endings, recovery and freedom. So there's a sense that when we release something, we attract something new. So I want to play with some more vibrations a little bit with you. So we've got 3 here again, sitting in your Aquarius house, in the 11th house. Intuition of yourself. Yeah, you're definitely in search of this friend. You know what? When you be this friend to yourself, that friend comes to you. So in the house of sharing and Aquarius, 3 of Wands, you're looking to ground yourself into your soul tribe. That's what it feels like. The soul tribe of a group of people, which might be a community, somewhere you haven't explored yet. I think this is encouragement of trying something new. If you're not a water sign, perhaps you need to spend some time at the beach, in the bath, long shower, soak up the energy. I think in Aquarius's house, it's really important to feel and have the need to leave a legacy. That's fundamental. So for you, it's like finding friendship is your legacy. This is the energy at the moment. Let's read around the board. So Pisces in your 12th house. 8. So there's been infinite, you've dealt with, okay. This energy gives me like the feeling of your previous past friendships. They were like very much heavily embedded to your karma, past lives, impeded on your dreams, shattered and broken. Sometimes we have to be vulnerable to be broken. And being broken makes us aware to the light of what was wrong. All right. House of individuality, number 1. The honeybee, buzzing and fun. It's like you're wanting to set concrete foundations. I'm getting so orange and yellow, that's like bringing light to some sort of, I'm feeling stomach energy. So there's something that's not sitting well, and that's emotions that you're holding. But of course, to let go of those, you're needing to buzz around and have a little bit of fun. That's why you need a friend. I'm going to change it up. Bring it down a little bit, because in your Taurus, second house, concrete values. You've been fully set on your beliefs, the things that have built you, your life lessons. They've served you, it's served you great struggle. It's like, I feel like the reindeers are in the back there. It's like the deer in the back. Sorry, I'm just saying, like, you know that say, like, deer in the headlights? That's the energy you've had to carry when you're pulling through. Your environment has stopped to notice, but no one's, like, lended a helping hand. You've carried it all on your own. So Queen of Cups, Gemini house, number 3, communication. It's like you've been communicating with your baby self, your inner child. I'm just going to leave the guitar alone for a little bit because it's distracting me. So the house of learning, you've been teaching your inner child what lessons and experience have been practical for you in life. You've been applying some way, somehow for yourself, mindful strategies to keep you learning and keep you on the good path. So the communication with yourself has been good. There's been good self-talk, self-nurturing. All right, 4th house, 3 of Cups. So there's that 3 energy again. Opposing the 3 of Wands, groups and friends, you've got the 3 of Cups down here in Cancer's house of fundamentals, home, nurturing, family, security. So this gives me the energy of, like, if you're already with your family, your soul tribe, it's like you've carried burdens for them just to be with them and protect them. The universe or spirit is also letting you know that when you do things with the right intent, you get rewarded. It's like if you're with your soul tribe, you've worked your ass off to keep them out of this devil energy. So devil energy sitting over in the fifth house for Leo. So perhaps if in the past you're feeling like you're wanting to tap out of that negative reciprocal energies of friends who seem to be really amazing at first, or people who might be good for your family or your children who seem to present themselves as really well suited at first, but over time they come to show these devil traits, where they're applying attachments in their life where seems to throw them off balance into addiction. And it's like you've had to very much work on your self-values if you have children, or if you're protecting or going to protect your soul tribe from this devil energy. They all need to heal together, or have been healed together. So, fun and creativity opposing Aquarius. So Leo and Aquarius opposing. So this is your will of sharing. So maybe you might be holding back on wanting to share those dark aspects, either of yourself or those experiences. It's like, all right, let's move into the sixth house. Oh, the Empress. Nice. Virgo. Ruled by Virgo, so the house of discipline. Opposing your transcendence. Wow. So these bad and broken experiences in the past, it's like these are the experiences and the reasons why you've transcended into this Empress energy. You've been able to learn what the universe or your shadow self versus your ego has been deflecting you throughout your life choices and situations and people. Endings, recovery, and freedom. And this has made you intellectually determined and motivated to build contentment and independence in your life. Now, this will bring you luxury. Luxury is different for everyone. Depends what we want, what we're chasing, what was neglected, what needs to be fulfilled. Everything has to be done out of balance. So you're reaping what you're sowing. You're about to. Let's talk about the Magician sitting over here in Libra's energy. So whether you know it or not, you've been able to balance yourself to be loving, giving, and in return, that's the Magician energy, to be psychic or your own sidekick. All right, so 32 is the energy sitting underneath mind, body, spirit, and the balance of wait for a solution. So you've been doing that, and now it's time to relax, and it shall appear. So like I said before, like when you can be your own best friend, that's when you gain another amazing friend. All right, let's look at the Scorpio house. So what you're needing to let go of: intimacy issues. Ooh. You're needing to let go of organization, how people have managed you, and the structures that perhaps you or someone else has been running away from. I think that vibe is like anyone who comes to you and then sets off running, let them go. Like, why would you want them to hang around anyway? You've been very much ethical on the standard that people should present themselves in an organized way, even though chaos is everything. You feel responsible that people should support themselves and not run away from the things that actually gives them balance. So embrace the things that protect you, that house your soul and your spirit. There is a level of compromise, which is why I pull the Dark and Light Oracle cards. Because we can't embrace the light without recognizing the dark. And we can't bring a candle to the dark without a lighter. You know, like... So sometimes we can only do so much work on ourselves, and then we need to tap out to external resources to help us regain more balance once we've excelled to a point of, like, we've managed to balance this equilibrium. So we need to move into the next energy and learn how to balance and manage that equilibrium. You know, so you've done this perfectly. So you've done this perfectly by being awareness brings caution to consequences. So being aware of these past instances that have given you pain has, in a sense, bringing you self-preservation in the sense of beauty. You're feeling comfortable with that now because you're starting to see the love lessons within the negative energy that change you for who you are, for a better you today. You know, and that takes strength and courage. So I'm going to pop that over here with the Devil energy and the Empress. It takes strength and courage to build compassion for what you stand for, what you want to preserve in life. Do you want to preserve staying in the dark? Or maybe perhaps relying on a friend to keep bringing you back into the light? Or are you able to balance that energy for yourself? Or perhaps this is what you're looking for in a friend. You're looking for a friend who's been through the shit and have also come out on the light side as well. And the way they did it is going to help you, and the way that they did it will also bring insight and inspiration to your next move. Some things aren't meant to last forever, and some things are eternal. It's up to us to be aware and put perspectives in place so that we're able to read our own lives clearly. You know, perhaps setting boundaries for yourself is what caused this commotion, this breakage, this you left me in the dark, what the fuck? You know what, I'm not really good at playing the guitar. I thought it would be actually cool to incorporate things that I'm learning to do. A best friend can be a lover. A best friend is definitely a fighter. And a best friend is someone who sticks in there for you when you're in the dark. And when I say in the dark, when you go quiet in solitude, that good friend, think about it. When you drop in solitude, who reaches out to you? Those are your friends. And if you don't have anyone, what are you doing for yourself? This is the energy that you've already embodied, and this is the energy this friend has too. Because you can see that it's playing out already as the reading occurs. So extravagance and control. So, you know, having a friend makes us feel flawless, I think. Like, they fill in all the parts of us that we either wish to be, or that we aspire to be, or that we just want to be. So that's a good friend is a perfect confirmation to know that you're doing your shadow work, and that's being reflected in your life. If you're not operating out of ego, you're in touch with your shadow. Alright, so we've got Temperance sitting up in Sagittarius. So 9th house, house of evolution and higher education. Alright, so all that is left to do is the God of joy. So reconciliation. This regains the favor of those one has offended. You know, perhaps you have offended people in the past. And that happens. That happens because how do we know whether people mesh well or bond if we know really if we get along or not, right? So it's about testing opinions, testing the waters. I'm testing you and you're testing me, whether we're relatively good friends, whether we're cohesive with each other. Do we mesh like glue, or do we, you know, you might mesh like glue. Those are those friends that you don't hear from for years and then all of a sudden call you and it's like you spoke to them yesterday. That's the type of friend I'm talking about you're channeling. Because I think that when we do tarot reading, and especially when we're talking about friends, and the number 3, we're needing to combine all of those things. So I tried to do that today with you by bringing your reading up a level and incorporating the guitar. Oh my goodness. But the concept in that is like, you don't have to be good to try something new. And essentially, if you've got a friend, you're sharing those type of experiences with them for the first time. You know, so invest in investments, assessments, abundance. Okay, so when you start assessing all of your hard work, all of the time and energy you've put into yourself in this instance, Spirit saying they've recognized that your patience and your perseverance has been your resource. So I'm going to put this over here. So because you've left those old energies and retreated to in, opportunity, abundance and resources are an endless supply to you now. So in your Capricorn 10th house, I can be dyslexic, so I am sorry. But this is how I do my reading, so alright. Sorry, my readings make me dyslexic because there's so much going on. Okay, so Capricorn in your 10th house. So this is like ending cycles in career and how people will see you. So because you've done that inner work, now the energy is lifted up to a new level. It's like you're projecting that energy outwards now. So not only is that good friend coming in, or the protection of your old soul tribe is complete now and thorough, that information and energy is coming out through your career, and is now being projected out to the world, and the world is starting to recognize your work. So it's important, I think, you know, if you're working on something that is important to you, the solution will come. So if you're not needing a physical friend, maybe we're talking about a project that you're trying to manifest. Wise counsel. So there's change coming in. So wise counsel. This gives me, I'm going to put this over here. So instead of people running away from you now, they're coming closer, which is going to give a sense of belonging. So this is like an establishment of a community. And obviously, you know, birthing a community for one person is hard work. Is a lot of hard work. So in the time you've taken to put in your hard work, but also balance and nourish yourself, and also be able to incorporate me, myself and I, if you don't have anyone else, but this is like you, me and them type of thing, which is like you, me and the kids, or you, me and baby pet. Because if you've put this so much hard work and energy into maintaining your friendships or the balance, the nutritions that you need in life, your meds, I'm going to explain what I mean. I'll pop that into this little screen over here for you. Actually, okay, just I do a lot of a lot of meditating in the mornings, especially when I wake up in my dream state. That's when a lot of information comes to me. So I knew I was doing group 3 readings today. So I, during my morning routine, I wake up and allow information and ideas and concepts to come to me. And I take that as information that this reading needs to behold of the energy. So when I talk about meds, I'm not talking about actual drugs. I'm talking about the physical things in life that you can apply in combination to keep your healthy spirit and soul happy. So meds for me is music. If I'm listening to music, or if I'm feeding my soul with positive podcasts or things to keep my mind and brain aware, that's positive information coming in. So that's that air energy. Meds, M-E, so eating. What am I eating? What am I digesting? What education am I taking on for myself? Is it nourishing my body, or is it making me sick? Is it giving me dis-ease, or is it giving me, please? Do I want more? So thinking about, being aware of your addictions. It's okay to balance things out, everything in moderation, but when this surpasses this, it's a very dark place to be in, and you're needing to rely on external resources to bring you out of that. This is, of. Alright, so D, M-E-D, so D for dancing. This is like that fire in your belly energy. So whether you are incorporating, you're getting up and exercising every day, or you're moving your body, you're when you're in the kitchen, you're dancing with the spoons and knives to cook for life. I'm talking about these things that require movement and agility, attention to activity, that give you good concepts and good energy for life. So if we're not eating well, we're not able to perform well if we're a dancer. If we're not listening to the right music as a dancer, we're not able to perform to our best ability. We're limited to that genre's movement, right? Especially if you're auditioning, you might have this amazing other style, but you're having to be confined by the rules of the contest. And singing, M-E-D-S, S for sing. So this talks about water energy and the emotions. I mentioned before in one of my other readings, water holds memory energy. Even to the point of taking and drinking water, whether that's from the fresh springs or from the tap of your home. Like, what's the energy giving you? Are you having enough of it? With being mindful when you're drinking, instead of taking sugar, what are you drinking? Water. When you're having water, what's going through your mind? What is your body telling you while you're nourishing it? This is good, I need more. Or I've had too much, stop swimming in the pool. What does this feel like? So I put on my water energy into these YouTube readings, because I very much operate off my feeling. But today I'm incorporating some sound energy and some ideologies, and learn and apply those scenarios. Instagram, digest good thinking, and Facebook, that's fire. So think about what they are and what they're doing in conjunction with opposite things that you're being guided to connect with. Put them all together. What's your perspective? What do you make of it? YouTube is for all the emotional stuff. So, we get down to the nitty gritty. Okay, 1 and 5, intuition and change. Illusion, dependency, and materialism. I feel like I was pulled to put that over here. So this is the 4, 5, and then the God of Joy. So it's like you're looking into outer resources for something to pull in and protect. But be mindful that when you're operating in your ego energy, this gives you the idea of perceived illusions, where therefore makes us depend on material gain, which is also this devil energy. So if that message relates to you, you're needing to reflect, self-evaluate, and rebirth some part of you that you found really difficult. Right, so if you're finding that you're operating with intent of lack mentality, then that's bringing you illusions. So you're needing to find strength in the addictions or whatever you're delving into too much. It could be even just doing too much YouTube, watching too much Netflix. It could be eating too many healthy things, and not balancing out, iron. You could be having too much salad and not enough iron or carbs to keep you. There's a fine balance to everything, and you can always have too much of the good thing, which can make us feel unbalanced. So it's important to know our negativities, what makes us shitty. Find strength in that. Okay, so I'm going to put this over the Magician energy. Instead of you or anyone else running away from celebrations, there's that 3 energy again. So there's a lot of balance happening here. That's cool. Celebration, community, and friendships. So you're more than what you think you are. So celebrate the fact that you're building the community that you've withheld, or that you've been building this whole time, is going to be celebrated and recognized by all. Courage, compassion, and perseverance. So don't let this be the cause of destruction. Let this be the cause of reconstruction. So embrace destruction because there's room for construction. So we have to break things down in order to rebuild it better. That's the same as like demolition. You want a nice new fancy bathroom because the old one started leaking. No more of the paper towels working because you've been putting additives in there that aren't good for the sealants. So therefore you've had to outlay $10,000, $15,000 for a whole new bathroom, where instead you could have just prevented putting a simple additive that should have been there in the first place. So this is like, directing all your energy into where it's needed and not where you're trying to fill some sort of emptiness. So the 3 of Wands, this is like manifesting, and this made me feel of what you've been manifesting is now coming into communication. So knowing during your manifestations, it's like having your intent clear, but knowing that you're nothing and everything at once is everything, is how you got to where you are. So intent, imagination implies altercation. I'm just speaking off the top of my brain. So everything's your superpower. Even your ego. The things that we don't like are the things that our shadow was trying to tell us that you're embracing in other parts of our life. Alright, so someone's coming in to say, hello, I'm here. They're feeling overworked, stressed, and imbalanced. because they've had a realization. Something's happened to them and it's been a transformational change, and they're saying, I'm able to see myself clearly now. So that's the energy of knowing who you are. Me, myself, and I. Me, I like to hide. I like to connect with people. But myself doesn't like to leave the house. So how are you going to get a friend if you're not tapping into external resources? So looking for information, transformational change. This person has, because of this tower moment, people have turned their back on them. They've been forced into this hermit energy, and it makes them feel like the energy that they've had to go through is the introspection of themselves. They've had to rediscover themselves, right? When you start being your own friend, you mentor yourself. Okay. That was a test fire alarm just go off if you didn't know. I see you see me. So I feel like there was an electrical maybe your friend's going through some hot, heavy, light energy at the moment, like fire. This could be to do with creation, abundance, and they're needing to act on this. Yeah, often, you know what this is? It's like when people need to get to themselves, to return to themselves, it's like we always are the worst critic of ourselves, and we are our own self-doubt critic. Confusion. It causes confusion and takes us away from free will. And, you know, we're never always the same. And if you are, you haven't done any work on transforming and improving and evolving yourself. We are forever transforming. You know, when you can transform, you build success for yourself. When you bring change within your self-awareness, you bring recognition from the external sources. And you can do it all, but you don't have to. But just do it all just for fun. And that's building your self-esteem. All right. So Spirit wants you to know that whatever you've been worried about, it's being handled, because prosperity, security, and tradition is important to you, and you've maintained that through and through. Prosperity, contentment, and celebration. Just know that it's been handled. So Spirit wants you to stay reminded, stay aware in this Aquarius energy over here in your 11th house. We are beyond what we think we are. When we step outside ourselves and start creating for ourselves, revolution, evolution. Hello, world. Willpower, victory, recognition. Been searching for empowerment. Spirit saying you're finding fulfillment within your intuition, your wisdom, and your patience. Wow. Because you're creative, enthusiastic, and motivated. I'm going to pull one more card and then I'm going to read for these, and then we'll close out. Relief, hope, and moving on. So let's do this. You know what? I just needed to pull, I heard 12 names, so don't have to be significant. It could resonate with, you know, energy around the friend. Roberts, Peters, Manning, Shepherd, Howe, Moss, Drew Jackson, it at 8 for Sky Mates. Let's read. Okay. The comforts of friendship. A friend drops by. The witches sip tea and talk of their dreams. The witches sip tea and talk their dreams, whirling away the afternoon in the most pleasant companionship. Some think that because she is alone in her work, there is loneliness, but that is not so. She has close friends of the soul who now gain and turn up, and in time is spent chatting, sharing memories, hopes, and desires. Their talk flows like the river, and laughter echoes around the room. Together they remember who they've been and reimagine who they will become. Their craft, their herbs, and their wisdom are shared. Their stories, their support, and their love for each other have continued and evolved over years and will endure. From time to time they meet up and read for each other or state into a... Let me start that again. From time to time they meet up and read for each other or state into the bottom of their teacups. Contemplate the shapes that emerge and share for these to each other. But most of all, they relax into the fullness of themselves. They are completely open to experience and others. Their like-mindedness is not forced, and there is no censorship of mind and thoughts. This friendship, this is a companionship, and this too is what you deserve, a magical one. The meaning of companionship, the meaning is companionship of the soul, long-term friends, being known and understood. So I always like to read both energies because I think it applies regardless. In the reversed, feeling uncertain of who you can be within yourself, friendships that seem fragile and conditional. So that's what a friend isn't. A friend should make you feel sure about yourself. A friend helps you along through your projects, helps you along through life. They tell you the things that you need to hear, even if it hurts them. But they're there to carry you and catch you if you fall. And a friend is, I talk about love being unconditional. So it's like when someone truly loves you, there's no conditions. They just love you because you. I think it's important to say when I love you, I love the whole you. Not because, Okay. So Pelican, enjoy life. Okay, so reflection, direction, balance, wisdom, nurture, forgiveness. Pelican asks you to spend more time near the water. Life can easily get chaotic, so this is a gentle reminder to take and make time and find balance. Are you constantly putting yourself last? Being kind and gentle are great attributes, but don't let these qualities burn you out. You can pour from an empty cup, as the saying goes. Pelicans can also... Sorry, the empty cup, which reminds me of the tea readings in this card. So even though the cup's empty, there's still more to be read. You can't pour from an empty cup, as the saying goes. So your destiny is different to mine. Although we can read each other's stars, our lines are defined, which means our journey is our line and our projection, our direction is where we're going. And a true friend can see that clearly. So the Pelican is also a reminder to connect and spend time with family or chosen family. So that's talking about your soul tribe, who nourishes your soul. They're your family. Is there, so in your career, Pelican asks you to build rapport with your co-workers and contribute to a team-friendly environment. We spend so much time at work, whether at home, on site, or in the office. Make the most of that time by nurturing yourself and others through encouraging and supporting words and deeds. So this is like stepping out of that ego energy, especially if others see you operating in your ego. Perhaps other people are projecting their ego on you, and this is you retreating into that hermit energy to work on yourself and, rebuild, rebalance, and then you can step back out into the world. Is there an error? Wow. Okay, maybe this is talking about past lives. Error doesn't exist in the book. This is my dyslexic, which I take as my reading, as a message. Okay, so when I hear the word error, this is like a period of time in your life, maybe referring to when that friend was very much near you, or maybe this is a past life friend, so this is like a deep soul connection, a soulmate in a friend. We can have soulmate in families, and we can have soulmates and counterparts in our opposites, our loved ones, wherever these are placed. Is there an area or person in your life that needs your forgiveness? Pelican is a sign that it is time to let the past go, regain your power through forgiveness. This also applies to yourself. So call on the Pelican energy when you need to find balance. Call on the Pelican energy to find balance, for help finding time to relax, and for connecting to yourself, your inner strength, for help forgiving someone else or a situation. So the advice for the Pelican card: the universe has your back. Know there is abundance for everyone. So this chakra is the base chakra and the color red. Mantra: it is okay to put yourself first. All senses break the mystery. Some level of vulnerability. What is true? Love or despair? Only you can answer these questions with the change of perception. Can you see in the dark? I can.